Summer. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna try to keep this video under 15 minutes, okay? Fingers crossed I actually make that time. This video in particular is going to be about my favorite booktubers and just how much they have really gotten me back into reading and have inspired me to pivot my channel into bookish content. I started reading again for the first time, like seriously, in 2021. And I started with audiobooks. I still listen to audiobooks to this day. I will always praise audiobooks because I travel a lot for my job in the military, because I'm still in the military until this year, later on this year. But anytime I'm on a long drive, a flight, anything like that, I'm most likely listening to either a podcast or an audiobook. So let's jump into this video. I've spent enough time rambling. The first person that I have, and this is in no particular order, this is just a little snippets that I did. I will place like their handles for their YouTube channels right here. I'm sure they all have like Instagram and TikTok and all those kind of things, but I only follow them on YouTube. The first person is going to be Angel. Is Shamai, I think is her name. I just know Angel, but she literally films in her living room, in her bedroom, and she does like some of the best videos. I think one of my favorite ones so far that she's done was her like her book journal, like what she used to like log her books. And I'm not a creative artsy person by any means, but she made me feel like I can go ahead and grab a journal and like the washi tape and the stickers and all the different things and kind of like put it together for my own journal. I have yet to do that. I'm fine with like digitally collecting pictures of the books and kind of like posting them on Instagram and that kind of thing, but she did a phenomenal job. And I also love like her randomly choosing her books by colors or numbers or blindly picking. So she's been interesting to watch so far. The next person I have is Blossom Ramos. I want to say she's based in Florida. I think she said that before, but I can't remember. But she talks about books, beauty, and blowouts. And y'all, her makeup and her blowouts be on point. But she is not a one of those booktubers who has like, you know, a massive following, and she doesn't like go out and buy all these unnecessary things. Like she is like real raw, honest. Like she's a grown woman with like kids, and like she is going through things. And I love that because I feel like I can connect as a mom who is also still trying to get you guys to get glimpses in my life as a reader. And I love how like down to earth she is. Like she checks in when she can, and there's like no pressure to do more. So I really enjoy her channel, her videos. The next person is going to be Bria. And she spells it very interestingly. I don't think I've ever met a Bria who spells their name B-R-E-A, but you know, to each his own. I think she's based in New York. Her videos are interesting as well. Like I said, she will show you glimpses of her time in New York, the bookstores, like coffee shops, the things that she does. Her videos have been awe-inspiring for me as well, because I'm just like, her videos are like super, in my opinion, super cozy, and I love that for her. And she does a lot of really good things as far as like the editing process. And then I do love the books that she has gotten into, and her reviews are extremely honest. So yeah. Next up, I have Ellen Catherine. She is UK based, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the first thing that hooked me to her videos was her voice. I'm a sucker for an Australian accent, a UK accent, a South African accent, just anybody who's not in America, right? But no, she's very honest and open about her reviews. She mentioned several times that she's a feminist, so she doesn't like when women are being disrespected in the books, no matter what, fictional or not. That shouldn't even be a thing. But her views are phenomenal, and sometimes she incorporates her little frog. She's a pet frog, and he is the cutest little thing. He actually reminds me of Kingsley from Assistant to the Villain and Apprentice to the Villain. Like he looks exactly like that frog with the green like back half and the white like front half. So funny. But no, I started following her when she had like 10,000 followers, and now she's like almost to 40,000 followers. So she's killing it out there in the UK. She's great. The next person is Ego Eferiri. I am so sorry if I butchered her last name, but I love the fact that she is a woman of color in her 30s, showing you guys like her love of like reading and just doing the damn thing. Like I'm here for it. I think she's also based in New York, but not only does she talk about books, but she just talks about like life in your 30s, and that is super important to me because that is, I'm in my 30s, that's early 30s, that's where I am. And I really need that. I want to connect with more people in my age group. I love reading about, I love watching like booktubers of, you know, color in different, you know, age ranges, but something about the ones who are also in like my age group, just it does something for me. It provides that connection that I need. But she talks about just like real life thing, like she does like puzzles. All of her videos are super cozy, by the way. She does like puzzles, and she talks about like her 9 to 5 and like all these other things, and it is just it is the realest thing I've ever seen. It's like you're literally on FaceTime with her, just kind of like going through like the motions of life. But yeah, she's great. And I have everybody like listed on my phone, so that's why I'm looking down. The next person, she is Canadian based. Her name is Jamie. I cannot pronounce her last name, so I'm not gonna do that, but everything's on screen for you guys to see. But yeah, her reviews are also very interesting. She is married in Canada. Did I say UK earlier? Anyway, yeah, living in Canada, has pet cats, but a lot of her fantasy recs are what I go for. So that's why she's there. A lot of her fantasy recs are like on point, and she's, like I said, super honest, super open about her reviews with the books and everything. So it's nice to kind of see that, especially with someone who's bordered like right on top of us in North America. Next person is Jolie McAdoo, and she recently got married, so I forgot what her new married name is. She's actually based in Texas, Katy, Texas, which is where I currently live. And that was kind of the instant connection there. She is younger. She's in like her mid to late 20s, I want to say. But a lot of the recommendations that she makes as far as like coffee shops and bookshops, like they're close by because we're in the same area. And she's also gotten me into a lot of the books that I read. I didn't really start picking up Lucy Score until she said something about Lucy Score. I don't think she was ever on my radar until she brought her up. And then a lot of her fantasy recs are spot on too. I'm not a huge thriller or horror kind of girly when it comes to those kind of like books or whatever, but she is, and it's fine. But I do like to listen for all of the other stuff. Like I said, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know anything about Lucy Score. So she's great. We love a Texas-based book girly. The next person is Cameron Kane. I think she's based in Texas too. I'm not 100% certain, but I watch her videos because she is literally like just following her dreams and her passions. She crochets, which is what I think she's mostly known for. Correct me if I'm wrong if you follow her or you know her or whatever. She crochets, she's in college full time, and then she's also like reading all these goddamn books. So I was just like, okay, I can get into that, because I wish I would have followed my dreams while I was in college and like took advantage of the additional free time, but I was a full-time student, mom, and worked 2 jobs. But all that to say, I wish I would have like dove headfirst into the YouTube thing and like other things, because her channel, like she's got a pretty big following for what she's posting about. So I do love the inspiration that I do get from her. I will not be crocheting anytime soon. My daughter loves to, but I am not a crochet kind of person. I don't even think I would make anything halfway decent, but I do love what she was able to accomplish with her channel and with all the things that she's doing, and then she's still like going to school, you know? The next person, I've been following her since she had like 50,000 followers, and I've seen her grow exponentially. She's now at like over 300,000 followers, but that is Carly Espinoza. She's based in California, Hispanic. And her videos have gone from like full on like bookish content to like now she was able to quit her job. She is like going into Pilates, working out, doing yoga, like just doing a damn thing. And like she gets all this sponsored, like these sponsored ads, content, and like you've just seen her life literally go from like here all the way up. So I do love that for her. And again, she's one of the younger Instagrammers. Wow, she's on Instagram, but she's one of the younger booktubers that I have been watching for a minute, and I do appreciate like how humble she is about things. And she subtly changed her material from like full-on book content to like lifestyle kind of vlogs, but her videos have never been longer than like 20 minutes. So I love that they're short, sweet, to the point. Great follow. The next person is going to be Cat's Field Notes. She's a very diverse reader. Okay, that is all I'm gonna say. I love that. There's some authors that I've been put on to solely by watching her videos. They are not your typical everyday, here's a fantasy, here's a rom-com, here's a romance. Like, she reads some great books, and I found some really good authors, and I have things just kind of like waiting in my cart, waiting on my wish list. Like, I found some really interesting reads from her. So I do love how diverse her her bookshelf, her book list, everything is. The next person is going to be Kayla's Bookish Vibes. Kayla is actually pregnant. I don't know if she had her baby already by the time this video goes up, but I love that. Like, she is a mom standing on her business with her channel, and her channel is seeing like a lot of growth. And she's also introduced me to some new authors through like Book of the Month, which I've heard of Book of the Month. I've just not given them a try yet, but I think I may, based on some of the books that she's gotten through Book of the Month. And I know their big thing is like hardcover books, and I'm not big on hardcovers. If I can get this paperback, I will, but she has shown some really good books on here as well. And like, she's a mom, she's also pregnant, like she is like doing a thing. So I do like Kayla's book vibes and like her reviews as well. And then another person who I've been following, I want to say since the end of last year or the middle of last year, but it's Kalila. She is based in Jersey or New York, don't know. She's hilarious. Her editing style, and I think she said her brother edits her videos for her, but the editing style in her videos, like the little funny moments, the little questions thrown in when she's like kind of like shopping and she's catching like b-roll, phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. But also her book recs, the way she reviews books, like how honest she is. Like, she does not care about hurting anybody's feelings, and that's not the goal, to hurt anybody's feelings, but she does an amazing job. I think everything about her is hilarious. If you guys are not following her, please go follow her. She's funny. And then another person I just recently started watching, her name is Kiera. I'm sorry, I'm bad at this until I'm not. Okay, she's in medical school. Okay, medical school, and still finds time to read like these thick ass fantasy books. And I just think that is super inspiring, because if she can find time doing what she's doing, because I know medical school is no joke, if she can find time doing that, and then she like works out too and she reads, yeah, absolutely. Like, that is a goal. I want to get paid to like read and like push out like the content, and then I also want to be able to like work out. Like, I want to be one of those girls. Okay, and she's one of those girls, in my opinion. I only have a few more. I'm gonna try to speed this up. The next person is KK, also known as Where's My Library Card. Y'all, the level of sarcasm and sass in her videos, that's it for me. That is it for me. She eats people up in the comments. Her videos are no nonsense. Like, she does not care, and I am here for it. She's based in Tennessee, and I love that for her. Okay, if you need a laugh, go watch her videos. If you need a good recommendation, go watch her videos. Okay, she's chaotic, but in the best way possible. Okay. Next person, another Canadian-based booktuber. Her reviews and her editing style are phenomenal, in my opinion. Her name is Madison Kate, I think. Kat, whatever, Madison. She is hilarious. She will do book reviews in the car, in her room, while she's on vacation, and she's got these two precious, or is it one dog? Anyway, she has this dog that is adorable, and he kind of like follows her along everywhere. It is so freaking cute. But her style, the way she introduces and does things and presents herself in her videos, are chef's kiss, phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. Love her editing style too. I think I already said that. The next person, she literally, Melissa Black is her name, Melissa. She is based in Florida, and she's like super loud, colorful, bam, in your face. And I think I needed that, because I think some people, some of the booktubers that I watch, they're like comfy, cozy, in their chair, doing all the things. She's got like all this color, all this fun, vibrant stuff. And she is literally in one of the best places as a reader that you can be. Like Florida, Orlando, or is it Tampa? Somewhere in Florida. Like, she's just able to be introduced to so many different cultures, styles, like all the diversity is there, and you see that, and I love that. And then she throws in like Disney and all these like fun aspects, and I am here for it. Okay, like, she will drive all over Florida to go to a book festival or book fair or whatever, and she will like bring us along and some of her friends, and I love that for her. But she's definitely brought more color into an aspect that has mostly been like neutral, the neutral aesthetic, and like quiet and comfortable. And it took me, you know, a couple of videos to really get into it, but now I really do find myself looking forward to her videos. Last couple of ones, Poppy Calliope. She is based in Greece. Okay, Greece. First of all, I'm like, a coffee shop and a book on a little like street corner or a cafe outside in Greece. Absolutely, absolutely. Followed her immediately when she said where she was from and she was showing all the things that she was doing. She is mostly like a fantasy girly, and I love that because I have been able to branch out a little bit more and get a few more recommendations. She's big on like Sarah J Maas. I have not jumped into the Maas universe just yet. I may get there because she just makes so many recommendations, but Sarah J Maas's books are enormous. They're bricks. So I'm gonna if I make it over there that way, I'm gonna have to ease myself into it because her books are freaking massive. Okay, but Poppy Calliope is phenomenal. She's also working and doing the YouTube thing, and I think she's friends with Angel, the first person that I talked about. But her book reviews are honest and beautiful. The next person, her name is Poppy Sabrina, another UK based girly. Y'all love the UK. Okay, if I could live in Europe for a year, anywhere in Europe for a year, I think I would start in the UK. But Poppy Sabrina is a dark romance, dark fantasy kind of girly. Okay, she is, I think she was the first person that brought up the Mindfuck series. If not, she reinforced it. And then the author Runix, a lot of her books she reads, so she's kind of like, I'm scared because the books are crazy based on her reviews, but I am looking forward to getting into some dark romance. Okay, I'm trying to turn into one of those girlies. I need a couple of those books in here because a lot of my stuff is like lighthearted fun, except for the band books, but a lot of my stuff is like lighthearted fun, cutesy, whatever. I am, however, trying to get into like the dark mafia-esque romance. The Mindfuck series had me like wide-eyed, and I know it's not necessarily a new release or a new book by any means, but I was just flabbergasted by the things that took place in that book. Okay, yeah, that's it. And then of course I've talked about Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy is based in the Midwest. She is in Illinois, and she is literally the epitome of what I want to be in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay, she is in her early 30s, living her best life. Okay, I love that she gives, like, you know, the comfortable, I can afford to give you whatever you want, auntie-ish vibes. She is always in the public library. She, you know, buys books from indie published authors. Like, she's just doing everything she can to show support and love to people, and like also make her coin on the side too. So if she ever does anything and I can get invited to it, like the next girls book trip, I would love to join, would love to just pick her brain. And then the last two people, I have Tammy Clark. She is fairly new to the bookish community on YouTube. I know she's on BookTok and Instagram. Baby, face card eats every time. She is gorgeous. Makeup skills are flawless, and she intertwines that with her love for books, and I love that. And she's also based in the UK, so her accent, phenomenal. She's mostly a fantasy-ish girly, and I've been seeing her on her YouTube channel, like going to all these events. She just met Tia Williams, and I was so jealous but so happy for her because that's the dream, right? You want to put enough effort and love and consistency into your content to the point where you get invited to go and meet like some of your favorite authors and then hopefully get some books signed. But I love Tammy's recommendation. She gets a lot of special edition books. She just did a bookshelf reorganization and some of the covers and like the sprayed edges. Phenomenal. Makes me want to go and get all the fantasy books, okay, just for that. And the last person I have is This Story Ain't Over by Janine. She is in Canada as well. She's gorgeous, honest, very, very, very honest, and she owns her own publishing company, and I applaud her because nothing in the book world is easy. And if it wasn't for like social media taking off the way that it did, I don't know if I would know about most of the authors that I do know about. But a lot of these folks, if they have like Goodreads or Fable accounts, I try to follow them on there, look at some of their reviews, try not to spoil it too much, but like just look for, you know, what made them love or dislike a book. But yeah, you guys, trying to keep this short, sweet, and simple. I know I'm probably yapping way too much because I can see this video is over 20 minutes long, but those are some of my favorite booktubers who have really like reinforced what I loved and missed about reading, and I just look forward to all of their videos, and I hope that one day I can be someone else's favorite booktuber to watch, you know. But let me know in the comments if you guys follow any of these folks, or if I introduce you to somebody new and you want to like check out their content, or if you have anybody you recommend for me to follow, just let me know. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.